What's poppin', guys? It's Beta Vlogs here, and I've been doing my research on beta fish breeding, and I've figured out a couple things. One, 5-gallon tank will work for breeding betas, which is awesome. Two, I did figure out what food betas need to eat, or fry really, need to eat when they're young. It can be from small or microworms, bloodworms, and there's some other type of worms. I don't think bloodworm is the correct name for that worm, but it's something like that. You can also feed them crushed up flakes because that's small enough for them to eat also. So I got two things down, which is good. So I got the breeding and the feeding down. Space is I figured that out because on my silver shelf where most of my betas, well, all my betas are, thinking on the second shelf up from the bottom, if I have the 5-gallon there, I can probably fit at least 5 or 6 tanks for the betas to sit there. I can also put, if I scoop the 2-gallon tank all the way over to one side, I can put maybe at least 10 fish there, tanks there. It's this way, so I'm looking over here just to see like what could actually be reasonable. Sorry if I'm not looking at the camera. But I'm also thinking, well, if I got 10, 6, or like, let's say 5, that's a bit easier, 15. And then underneath the 2-gallon, I have a shelf that's just full of like Pokemon stuff that's easily can be moved because I don't use that stuff anyways, it's just there for display. So I'd rather be using it for a working purpose than just displaying things. So I got all that stuff down. So space, feeding, and breeding. Good. Now it comes down to selling points. How am I going to sell these fish? Thinking, well, I could sell them to my friends. I could sell them at Brightview. I could sell them I could make a website and sell them there. I'm like, okay, well, those are 3 options. Those are pretty good options. Let me rule out one. Let me rule out a couple, or maybe one that won't work. And I'm thinking, well, if it's a website, anyone in the United States or the world can find this website. And I just want to be doing this locally because it's not a huge business and it's not going to be a huge business. So if I do that, then I'll rule out having a website. Rolling out a website, sorry, I was just thinking. So selling them to my friends, which is not a horrible idea. It just come down to the parents' permission and what they need. So that's not horrible. And then selling them to Brightview, that might be a little harder because then you gotta go through who wants a beta fish, and then who can buy the beta fish, and then if they can or can't, then you gotta figure out a way for them to buy it, or I'll be nice and just let them have it for free. But then then some of them might not want one because they have to take care of it, and I don't want to come and take care of it for something that has already been sold out of my hands. Not saying that I don't want to take care of for them, and not saying that I won't. It's just that I don't want to, or I don't want to have a business that I actually have to go and maintain my product even though it's already sold, which is one thing I don't really want to do. So the only option is really to sell them to friends or people that, like, if I go to a yard sale or something, or our family has a garage sale, I could sell them there, or I could sell them to schools that might want to fish. I could do literally anything. Schools, friends, and yard sales aren't a horrible idea, so that's another 3, or really 2 other ideas. So that's not horrible. Then it just comes down to money. Like, how much would I sell these fish for? How much do I need? How much am I using? All this stuff. And coming into the prices is filters, food, space, or really tanks, and I think that might be about it. Oh yeah, like purifiers and conditioners, those all come to play too. So like those 5 things, and you're adding them all up, each thing might cost about $10, so you're around $50. So, and you have, let's say you got like 30 fish. You gotta sell these, you gotta make a profit out of these fish. So if you got 30 fish, you gotta sell them for at least 15 bucks each. So then you're racking up points, or racking up money, not points. Either way, it still works. Points in what actually is happening in that sense. So that could be a possibility as of selling them for. I would have to sell them for more than I'm getting, or at least get some money back from selling them. And well, some things you might not have to buy immediately, like filters and purifiers and conditioners. Those aren't horrible tanks you'd probably already have. It only we come to the first starting breed, the first starting breeder. Then you'd have to buy the filters, the purifiers, all this stuff, the conditioners, the jars. So it all come down to that, which isn't horrible because then in the long run you have all this. You just have to make small purchases like conditioners, filters, purifiers, maybe new rocks or plants if you want to redecorate the breeding tanks or more mason jars, which isn't horrible. So that all comes to play, and I don't think that's going to be a problem. Yeah. But yeah, so that's just kind of my ideas, and some of it I've already said in the last video, so thanks if you're still watching this, me just ramble on what my plans are. Excuse me, I'm very burpy for some odd reason. So, leave a thumbs up if you like this video, comment any suggestions or anything I might be doing wrong or going to be doing wrong in the future, and subscribe if you're new here. And if you're new here, go watch some of my other videos that actually have fish in them. This one's just morely just planning wise, but oh yeah, one other thing. Make sure to vote on your favorite fish you want to go in the 2-gallon because it's still empty and I'm gonna get the fish Saturday. The options are king beta, koi beta, crown tail beta, a double moon half-tail beta, or double moon half-tail placket beta. So out of those 4, vote on which one you want. You can vote more than once, but you can only vote once on one video. But if you can vote on previous videos if you haven't already voted on them, so you can rack up your points on tallies and stuff like that. So please do vote and subscribe if you're new here, and bye!